watching ESPN's Holiday Hoops presented by Kay Jewelers. It is the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic, the final game of Day 2 in Honolulu. Murray State and Charlotte meeting in the Stan Sheriff Center tonight to end Day 2. And a good championship game coming up on Christmas night between Nebraska and Oregon State. And the opening tip, Charlotte in the white, Murray State in the blue. We are underway. Racers 6-5, they've dropped 3 in a row. While Charlotte had been playing well coming into Honolulu, losing last night, they're 6-5 now on the year. Nick Graves launching a 3. And the offensive rebound by Nika Metzler-Rishavili. It's awesome to see Will Howard taking a break from quarterbacking Ohio State to work this game here tonight. He was phenomenal against Tennessee in the college football playoff and on his way to the Rose Bowl. Trying for the backdoor cut to Jayshon Thomas, and we're going. Steve Prohm has started the same 5 in now all 12 games this season. Although he did have to adjust when Kylan Milton got popped in the nose 19 seconds in last night and had to come out. Here is Milton. Terrence Harcum spinning. And Harcum has struggled.
That comes from communication. We talk so much about communication on the defensive end. It also should be at the offensive end as well. And you should feel that if you give the ball up, you're going to get it back and have an opportunity to get a good shot. That was a hell of a pass.
Underneath, Dean Reber gets the roll.
Hit him right in the head. The first time I played with Jason Kidd in the Pro-Am in San Francisco, Jason Kidd threw a pass like that at me. Thank God I got my hands on it, because if it hit me in the head, I would have been knocked out cold.
Yeah, you had to keep your head up when you were playing with Jason. You never knew when the ball was coming. Nice drive and finish by A.J. Ferguson for Murray State. After a 6-2 start, the Racers now 6-5, and Steve Prohm trying to rebuild this proud program at Murray State. Robert Braswell the 4th. Underneath and floats it up and in somehow, off balance.
I like his length. He had a couple of those type of drives last night.
And the hands, the steal, Nick Graves took it away with 2 hands. Dean Reber, deep 2. He was scoreless last night, and Reber already with 4 in the first 3 minutes of this game tonight.
Roxy, this is an environment right now. It's late at night for where these guys are used to playing, right? Not a large crowd. And you've got to turn and ignite your own key, and Charlotte has done a nice job here early in this game manufacturing its own energy.
When Ron Sanchez, who was the head coach of Charlotte, left to become
Cheers team, and is essentially hitting the complete restart button again with the program and trying to get this group to buy in. Good buy-in so far in the first couple of minutes, executing at a very high level at the offensive end of the floor.
Well, one of its key players for this season, Jeremiah Oden, is injured. And a player that they were hoping that was really going to have an impact on the Charlotte team is the drive-in.
And you realize you're probably going to lose them anyways. And if you're going with that mindset, it allows you to really focus on the development of the player. Great spin move and feel off the defense. Graves really crafty down low. And sacrifice who you are as a coach to try to appease them, because you can appease them and they're still probably going to leave.
Kylan Milton from deep, and the long rebound. Here comes Nick Graves for Charlotte. Jayshon Thomas, the trail 3.
Great job flattening out the defense.
Well, here comes Jayshon Thomas out of the pack. Thomas, the finger roll. And it's tipped out by Murray State. Countering, here comes Kylan Milton. 3-on-2. Milton drops it off to Alden Applewhite. And a foul will get Applewhite to the line.
I think Milton.
For Murray State here. Seems like he's almost related to half the island. And there's a lot of buzz with
the deflection, aka the block shot.
Graves draws contact, in and one for Nick Graves.
It's
in the lead.
You mentioned it going into last night's game. He had 3 straight games with 9 free throws attempted. He had 11 last night. He's already been to the foul line 3 times to start this game here in the first half.
Leading scorer on the Charlotte team and leads them in assists. And a much-needed 3 for Terrence Harcum. He is a scorer. He could fill it up. And he struggled last night, but hits that 3, and the lay-in for Rich Rolfe. For
every other possession, your opponent's scoring.
Plus, it's hard to win games if you don't make shots. On the drive, the finish from Between San Jose State and South Florida.
We showed up, there's a lot of buses here today, and I was like, why are there so many buses? Figured out the football team was going through their walkthrough.
A.J. Ferguson, nice move.
You know, but yet you want to still coach them up. It does make it challenging. And the benefits of this, though, I think far outweigh that concern, is that you can grow from the multiple opportunities. We go back to back, is having a mental preparation day. Really, and doing a small group film session that's centralized on the interior or the perimeter players. And then what I think is always good is to try to break away from the tournament. Whether it's going out to the Polynesian as part of the ceremony for that tournament, all the teams went, and UCLA basketball to represent UCLA in that moment. But there's definitely things you...
To the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic and looking for that elusive first win. They went 0-3 here in 2018. And they lost their opener here last night, so they are 0-4 all time in this event. And just beat him in Charlotte. And a whistle and a hold off the ball. And they're getting it on Terrence Harcum. One more coming for... And Thomas now with 5 in this one. Kylan Milton launching a 3.
That was good action right there. Milton gave the ball up and just started drifting.
It's deflected by Milton. Murray State in transition, the reverse, and it falls off for Jacoby Wood.
Got number situation, 5-on-4.
Nobody stopped the ball. And all the way to the bucket, Nick Graves.
Can't give him that seam. I mean, you can, but when you do, it's going to be 2 points.
Like it just was. Got to stop the ball. And the lay-in, Justin Morgan.
That was almost a travel too.
Fumbling it everywhere and recovering, and a fall-away jumper. Giancarlo Rosado. Wasn't necessarily a thing of beauty, but the result he'll take.
Usually when you fumble the ball like that, it's not, advised to take the shot. But it worked that time.
And we've seen that from him on a number of occasions. That fall-away shot is a 3. Terrence Harcum with his second 3.
I thought you were talking about him fumbling.
They
just kind of sleep. Like, my kids just slept, and then they wake up and they're like, all right, let's go. And then once they got tired.
And they missed 3 by Kylan Milton. Final 2:40 this opening half. Crossover on the drive, but with the left hand. How about that move from Jayshon Thomas? That was nice.
He has played very well here in Honolulu. Takes the lead back up to 10 points.
The athletic play by Milton will get a couple of free throws for former first team all SWAC performer. Played the last.
Up a little bit.
but it's still a lot of points.
Oh, yeah.
Spinning. In the roll, Isaiah Folks. Charlotte has matched their largest lead.
First bucket for Folks.
Fouled on a three in disbelief, Isaiah Folks. And 3 free throws for Terrence. And Harcum, part of a group that won 27 games in a Sun Belt championship. With Bradford, the freshman for Charlotte. As Harcum, the hat trick, goes
To the slow start, but they've started to find a little bit better consistency offensively. The problem has been at this end of the floor for them.
They had a solid second half last night against Nebraska. The problem was they were down 20 at the half. Another foul, and I bet you could throw a football there pretty well.
This guy's dialed in. He's keeping score on his notepad. Future analytics coach. Hire him now. He's got it. Look at the pad. All right, so carry the one. He's got the snow globe at the top. I mean, that's just good stuff.
And you could see the first M for Murray State. And finding room on the baseline is. By the way, that's who Charlotte will open up with, by the way, in American Conference play. And one more. And Sean Farnham made a pit stop over there to make a new friend. All right.
Lucas, he had some good time on the beach. All of that happened within 10 seconds of me running over there. Big time kid.
And you're not even winded.
Roxy, I work out every day. Do you see my hike against Diamond Head? I was easy peasy.
On the drive to the bucket, nobody stopped the ball to lay in Rich Rolfe.
Lucas is extremely happy with how the half ended.
Was that his special? Did he call that play?
He did. He said,
Comes Murray State. Double clutch. After stumbling in the follow, the hustle from A.J. Ferguson for the Racers.
good job corralling the
Assistance for Murray State was influential in getting A.J. Ferguson, as Brennan Mullins was hired from Southern Illinois. And A.J. Ferguson came along for the ride. Spinning and free throws for Kylan Milton. Milton had the high to pace Charlotte. And the rebound. Stepping out for three. And that one rims off for Nika Metz-Clarishvili. Running the floor to the bucket and the drop in. Kyron Lindsey's first points of the night.
And here comes Murray State. Now all of a sudden it's a start to the second half. A good steal here. Now I got to push off him. I don't slow anything down here. I just keep going.
Kyron Lindsey to the bucket and a goaltend. Give the bucket to Lindsey as Robert Braswell climbing the ladder to swat.
Great call. And 2-point game.
7 straight for Murray State to start the second half. And the lay-in, Nick Graves. Again, cutting to the basket on the back door to Robert Braswell IV.
Great adjustment by Charlotte. That's going to be a great championship game. Two teams that really can get after you defensively and do it in different ways. Oregon State's been playing a lot of zone.
And the tip, how about that follow?
And I like the approach offensively for Murray State here in the second half, turning up the intensity.
Robert Braswell crashing the lane, and a foul will get him to the line. But how?
You got to manufacture points. Milton's played very well last. That's 7 years in college. I mean, it's a long time.
If I could have gone to college for 7 years, I would have done it. Underneath, and it pops out. Point blank look for Nick Ellington, but the follow.
I love the fact that he missed the first.
Giancarlo Rosado.
But he's got some moves to him. You know, I mean, he finds it.
Ellington, and we'll get to the line and a foul against Charlotte. So after you have a situation for Nick Ellington, NBA on Christmas Day, the annual tradition. Knicks at noon Eastern, 7 a.m. out here. And it's good for Murray State. Inside, across the key in the roll. And Nick Ellington seems energized.
Well, he's energized because
bowling his way, and it falls off for Giancarlo Rosado.
number situation, Rosado's still down.
Jacoby Wood ties the game. Step back. And the three short from
Another effort
Murray
play,
State,
though.
but another offensive rebound. Here's Wood on the drive. Wood, and Murray State has their first lead of the game.
Murray State is plus 10 in points in the paint in the second half.
A.J. Ferguson, three.
Have not scored in over 5 minutes, Roxy.
Robert Braswell, and he draws a foul. And that's what Charlotte does. They get
Contest over a 3-game stretch. He lives at the free throw line. Get there. That's where you put the ball in their hands as much as you possibly can. It's situations where they can be successful. Of course, as we talked about it, Braswell misses his first free throw of the evening.
Robert, sorry, the two gas bags got you over here. Sorry, bad. Ferguson, another three for A.J. Ferguson.
In the second half, Ferguson up to 12. Milton's got 12. They're leading the way offensively here for Murray State.
Left open in the corner. And a three. Kylan Milton, and the run continues.
Very well from the outside, but had a great game last night from beyond the arc. There's 2 of 4 from deep tonight.
Nick Graves, good drop off. And one. Giancarlo Rosado for the 49ers. He was on that Final Four team a couple of years ago for FAU. I thought so too, but it's staying with a Murray State ball. Off the inbound and the stroke. And the foul is on Nick Ellington. That's his 4th.
So even as well as the first couple minutes of this game to build their lead.
And a lane violation on the shooter, Rosado. Wipes it out. Gained an advantage, and the foul is on Jayshon Thomas.
Which means that you're leaving your defense.
And he's a perfect. They have 6 total assists for the game. And now Rosado launching a three, and he banks it in. Terrence Harcum spots up. And the rebound, Robert Braswell for the 49ers. Oh, quick crossover. And a pretty move and one.
See,
Nick Graves, a dynamic play.
Roxy, there's been so many times. He leads the team in rebounds with 6.
Jacoby Wood keeping the dribble alive, and Wood for a +1. Wood rattles out. Here's Rosado down low, and a foul will get him to the line.
Been ultra aggressive here in the second half, hasn't he?
2 shots for Rosado. One more. Bench, but more of a factor here tonight for Charlotte. Jacoby Wood.
Good job getting in the gaps that time. Ferguson wanted to try to find a lane.
Shot clock winding down, off balance, tough shot, Jacoby Wood. State players have fouled out. Nick Ellington and Kyron Lindsey.
That's why you go right back to this guy.
And another foul will send Giancarlo Rosado to the line. And it's on A.J. Ferguson.
You're going to have to kick out of it, and then you should look to punch that dribble right into the paint. Think about that lane by. Good probe by Wood.
Step back. And a foul on a three against Rich Rolfe. And 3 shots for A.J. Ferguson. And he missed the first. And there's still one more. Jay Ferguson. Spotting up in the corner. Kylan Blackman pivoting. And Blackman will shoot free throws. The been 82% from the line. And one more for Kylan Black game down there. The referees had to put a stop to it underneath. Didn't matter as Blackman.
Now after they break it, they go back to their man-to-man.
Spotting up, Alden Applewhite. And a foul going for the rebound and will stay at this end. Rich Rolfe picks up his 3rd and free throw. And one more from
just 2 of 5 at the free throw line.
And it rattles out. It was all the way down and popped out. Ishan Thomas. And the reach and foul will get him to the line. One more for Jace. And it's a 3-point lead from way back. Here's that 1-3-1 look. The deflection from Braswell. And they just get it across to beat the 10 count. Corner 3, A.J. Ferguson. And the rebound run down by Nick Graves for Charlotte. Graves turns the corner.
Got the switch, go to the post.
Lost the ball. And the hustle from Murray State, and Ferguson comes away with it.
Graves has got to understand that's over dribbling. Going nowhere, just dribbling the ball out. You got the switch you wanted.
And off the ball, a foul, and Jayshon Thomas is fouled out of this game. Ellen Milton hits the first. And he drains both this trip. 18 for Milton, 1 off a season high. He had a 42-point game playing for Pine Bluff against Alcorn. Nick Graves behind the Rosado screen, missing a 3, and the rebound grab by Jacoby Wood for Murray State.
Are you surprised that they didn't go to Rosado down low on the block after the screen? I am. That was their most effective offense most of the second half. 2 possessions in a row, they haven't got him the ball down low on the block.
Trying to shoot for Terrence Harcum. Kylan Milton missing a 3, and the rebound Robert Braswell.
Got to play quick here because it's still 2 possessions. Try to attack downhill and get to the free throw line.
And a timeout for Charlotte. It's their last. 33.
Give me a dribble handoff, look to attack. You got to go. Taking too much time.
And now a long 3. Rattles and goes. Nick Graves. 2-point game.
You're going to try to trap the first pass here. You got a foul.
And then they take it, and Rich Rolfe with his 4th to put Jacoby Wood at the line.
Here's what I don't understand about that, though. He got the ball back at Overway, and you allowed 3 or 4 seconds to come off the clock.
And he does. Would you take a foul if you're Murray State?
No.
play it out.
But not at 14 seconds. I also don't think you need the three right away. I think as this clock is winding down, you're going to.
Rosado had space, now launches a three.
Oh my, are you kidding me? Roxy, his set. I mean, he was wide open, and look, he was so hesitant, he didn't shoot this one. He squares up, nobody's there. He's like, oh, well, gosh, now I gotta take it. Steps into it, and unlike the first one, which was a bank, that one was clean. .9 seconds, you don't even have time to take one dribble.
And running the baseline, and the long baseball pass, and we are headed to 5 more minutes in Honolulu.
How about the fight of Charlotte? Murray State had taken control of this game, and Charlotte came fighting right back.
They had a double-digit lead. And it was 71 up in that game going into overtime. As Terrence Harcum goes to chase it down. Second overtime game for Murray State this year. They lost at Western Kentucky in overtime. They're 0-1. While Charlotte, this is their first overtime game of the season. Terrence Harcum from the corner. And the rebound, there is Rich Rolfe, and here comes Charlotte.
Play the hot hand. Let him go. Good
backdoor. Graves, and Charlotte takes the initial lead of the extra session.
Good job reading the defense. Rosado, the sweet touch pass over the top for Graves, who finishes.
21 for Nick Graves. To the basket, and that'll draw free throws for Kylan Milton. It was attacking the rack. And one. Now a season best 20.
One of the most
took it away.
Want to get to that on-ball screen. Here it comes. He rejects it, goes away from it.
Kylan Blackman squares up, and on the baseline, it's Charlotte by 2.
You know you can do. Stay away.
Side 10 to shoot.
Stay away from giving into physical fatigue too.
Across the key. The offensive rebound. Milton with 1 on the shot clock, and we're even. 5 to go in overtime. Clutch threes late in regulation from Graves and Rosado for Charlotte. Nick Graves spinning. 1-foot step back. And bodies crashing to the floor as Rosado goes down. They are going to look at it. Eye in the bottom left.
Watch his arm. See, his arm is underneath, and he pulls back. And from the other angle, you can see that the arm came in late.
Free throws and the ball for Murray State. And the second one rattles.
Good job by Blackman. Just playing good defense, hands to his side, not getting beat from the full court pressure.
The baseline and the lay-in. A.J. Ferguson, it's Murray State by 3. 16 for Ferguson tonight and this morning. Shot clock winding down on Charlotte. And lunging in, drawing contact. 3 free throws for Nick Graves.
They're going to review it.
5th 20-point game of the season.
Put yourself in a better position. So many things he's done well here tonight. 7 turnovers, not one of them.
90 seconds left in overtime. Kylan Milton. Jacoby Wood missing from deep, and the rebound secured. Rich Rolfe for Charlotte. 1 minute to go in the extra session. On the drive, Graves, and a foul, and it's on Alden Applewhite.
From the field and from the free throw line. Hey, just so. Roxy, as a team, they are 28 of 20.
And a foul and free throws for Murray State, the third on Kylan Blackman. 15 points tonight. And we're tied again.
Really impressive how Murray State's been able to do this without Ellington, without Lindsay.
Jayshon Thomas fouling out for Charlotte. Giancarlo Rosado had it knocked away off Murray State. And Steve Prohm asking for a review. Just under a 2-second differential between the shot and game clock, and a timeout for Murray State.
If you're Murray State, what you want to do more than 7 seconds on the clock.
I was just going to ask you how much time you think you should milk it down to. And it's Jacoby Wood out top.
They're gonna let him milk it down, and that's fine. But you're not going before 7. They're going at 10. Here comes Milton down the lane.
Milton cut off by Rosado. Harcum launches a three. And we are going to double overtime. Tied at 80. And it's Charlotte with the first possession of the second extra session. You have guys out there, Kylan Milton and Nick Graves for Charlotte, that have played over 43 minutes now. And Nick Graves, step back three. And on the weak side, the putback and the offensive rebound. Rich Rolfe for Charlotte. Here's Jacoby Wood out top. Alden Applewhite. And the foul going for the rebound, and Rich Rolfe
out because he's been on the bench for so long.
One more for Kylan. And he missed the second. Inside 10 to shoot. There it's Harcum. And bodies crashing. And a physical box out as Nick. And the call is against Murray State. And are we looking at a potential another hook and hold? Nunez is giving as Braswell hits the first free throw. And he hits both. Bodies crashing into each other at the top from Charlotte. Shot clock at 10. Graves on the drive. And he stumbles and throws it up and in. Draws a foul.
How to get the ball up on the glass as fast as you possibly can from all unique kind of angles that you can look at. 6-point lead now for Charlotte. 29 for Graves.
87-81 49ers.
31 out of 32 from the foul line.
Does Murray State have a response? Kylan Milton A.J. Ferguson, and one back the other way. For Charlotte, those are tournament records. Again, here's Graves. Good defense from Murray State. And Graves follows up his own miss.
How about that? The shot clock goes completely down. It looks like you've done a great job. You force him into a poor shot. His second bounce, we've talked about it defensively. His ability to block the shot in the first half. His second jump, so quick off his feet.
Corner three. And Graves the rebound, but a foul, and it's on Charlotte going for the rebound. The fourth on Kylan. And he nails both. 1 minute to go in our second overtime.
It's Murray State right now that just needs the one stop. The one stop to give him a chance.
Step back. Graves launching a three. Rosado the offensive rebound and the putback.
Got to go quickly here.
And they do in the lay-in. A.J. Ferguson, timeout Murray State. And Ferguson's tied at career high with 20. And a foul that will send Kylan Blackman to the other end to shoot. Seems like in eternity has to come into the game. And one.
Had a lay when we walked in tonight, like for marking our second day of the tournament. Do we get a third if this goes to another overtime? I'm just asking for a friend.
Kylan Milton backing his way in, and Milton with the bucket.
Gonna press. I would not be surprised if they trap it and then try to create a steal. If not, you got a foul.
Braswell's not the guy you want to foul, but in danger of a 10-second, and they lob it to the other end of the floor, and Rosado is fouled with 13.6. One for two.
2-point game. Get downhill quickly here for Murray State. You gotta go.
Here comes Jacoby Wood.
Charlotte, you want to keep him out of the paint.
They need to get a shot. And Terrence Harcum left it short. Rebound Milton, and that will do it. In double overtime, Charlotte outlasts Murray State 94-90. And the 49ers.
What a battle. What a battle between these two teams. And at the end of the day, the free throw line is the difference. The ability to get to the free throw line, and very rarely do you see a team that ends up going third.